What's up, guys? It's Tim from Within the Ruins, and you're watching MetalTillDeath.com.
All right, guys, we're here with Tim from Within the Ruins. What's up, brother?
What's up, man?
Looks like you're doing some good chowing.
Yes, sir.
All right,
Love
man.
catering.
All right, first thing I want to talk about, I'm new to your guys' music. I was listening the last couple days to Invade.
Mm-hmm.
Really, really good stuff, man. Feast or Famine is like one of my favorite tracks off this record, man. So I want to know, because I like the whole positive vibe about it, man. First question I want to ask you is, when you sit down to write, being that like metal and the hardcore scene is kind of like, you know, it tends to deal with a lot of dark things, a lot of negative things. Do you try to pull out positive things in your music and your lyrics?
For the most part, it's whatever I'm feeling at the time, really. I mean, for the most part, Invade I was at a pretty dark time in my life when I wrote those lyrics. So I tried to take something negative and make it positive, and hope that kids grasp that and identify with it, and you know. And it's been working. A lot of kids, you know, they come up to me and they're like, "Hey, man, your lyrics saved my life." Literally, like, it's good to know that someone else is like, you know, struggling just like I am. So I mean, for the most part, when I sit down and write, it's whatever I'm feeling at the time. Like recently, I've been getting more into like the religion type stuff, but not pigeonholing it. Just kind of making it like a more broad thing, just making my opinions, you know, known. So.
All right, let's touch on that for a minute, man, because a lot of hardcore bands, a lot of metal bands will touch on subjects like that, on faith and people's different religions. I kind of like defected out of that scene, like back in 2003. I kind of grew up in that type of a scene and defected out of it. How do you see religion? How do you see it today, and how it affects not only young people but affects people like, you know, older people? Do you think that religion needs to, I guess, like morph into something new? Can it be a positive thing, or does religion need to go all together?
I mean, organized religion, as far as like Catholicism goes, I totally don't agree with that at all. It's evil stuff, man. Like, I went to Catholic school for 6 years, so I know what I'm talking about. Like, I studied the Bible and all that. But as far as like people like believing in something, I'm all for it. If that makes you a better person and that gets you through the day, then I'm cool with that. But as far as like, you know, instilling like fear into people, like just so they, like, I hate like the whole God-fearing thing. Like, it doesn't make sense. It's like you're living your life like a lie, pretty much. It's like over something that, you know, you don't even know exists. And it's like people live their lives like according to what is what am I trying to say? What is you know, spread out before them, like, you know, through scriptures and all that and teachings and all that. And it's like, man, you're wasting your life. Like, it just pisses me off, honestly. It's like, you know, there's so many there's good people out there that are Christian, you know, like we have a lot of friends that are Christian bands and stuff, and you know, I love all those guys to death, but I don't like when people like try to cram it down my throat. It's like, you're going to hell. It's like, dude, no, I'm not.
I agree, and I think a lot of people come across with it as they tend to think of more like they put more emphasis on dying in the next life than trying to help people and be cool in this life, man. Would you agree with that?
I definitely agree with that. Yeah. You see it on billboards all the time.
Right.
Yep.
Now, one of the things, we just interviewed Scott from Carnifex a while ago, which is really great band, and I was talking to him about this tour. This tour is like one of the most brutal tours that's out there right now, you know, with you guys and Tony Danza and Oceano and Carnifex. I was asking him, you know, you guys in a good way, man, you try to go out there each night and try to slay these kids more in a, you know, try to one up the next, you know, hey, you know, we're the openers, so we got to go out. You see, like, we got to go out and like just kill these people, man, before they get out.
Definitely, yeah. We try to set the bar for the tour package since we're opening it up. Try to get the crowd stoked for the rest of the bands, and it's been awesome so far. This is like one of the best tours we've ever done. Like, dude, like everyone that's in the bands are fucking awesome, and the crowds have been amazing, really responsive. I have no complaints whatsoever. But yeah, it's been awesome. Like, we go out there, we do our thing, get everyone hyped for the rest of these guys, and hasn't been a bad show yet. So.
Okay. Well, one of the things, we have a really cool local metal scene where we're based out of, and that's one of the questions I wanted to ask you guys was, how important is like the local metal scene to Within the Ruins? Like, you know, obviously you guys had to start off somewhere, and you started off. So, how important is that to you guys? Do you remember, you know, what it's like to be in those, you know, to start off real small and then, you know, be out there on the road? How do you guys appreciate the local metal scene?
Oh man, we're still grinding, man. We're not, you know, huge by any means. Like, I tell everyone that's in a local band, it's like, dude, just keep going, keep doing what you're doing. Like, we were a local band once. Everyone was a local band once, you know. So, local scene is very important, man, because, you know, every show there's local openers, and if it wasn't for them, probably half the people that showed up wouldn't probably show up, you know. So local scene is very, very important, you know.
What's one of the things when you guys are out on the road? Because a lot of people, and we've been doing a documentary since the beginning of 2010 on the local metal scene, and not only local but the underground scene, signed bands and unsigned bands. A lot of people think that, you know, once you get hooked up with a deal and you get on these big tours, that everything's kind of easy from there on out, man. What is your look at it as far as, you know, what could you give advice to somebody that's watching this on, hey man, that maybe it isn't what all you think it is?
It depends on the deal you get, really, and what kind of band you are. But as far as us goes, it's like getting signed was like the first step. Right. After that, you have to appeal to people, and you have to make people want to buy your record. And, you know, getting on tours is, you know, I've been in the band for 2 years, and for the most part, we just did like headlining stuff, and, you know, we slowly but surely things are going up right now, and that's the way it is for a lot of bands because there's so many bands, you know, and everyone's trying to reach that peak, and it's just tough for a lot of bands. A lot of bands break up over it, and it's sad.
Yeah, very sad.
Yeah.
Now, when you guys play a show, has there ever been a show that you can remember, like maybe that's not like your type of scene, that they kind of, you know, somebody will see your band and be like, I don't really like. Does that make you guys just come out and just get more aggressive and push and say, hey, motherfucker, we're gonna show you?
Yep, definitely. It was like that. We toured with Plea for Purging in December, and it was mostly like all Bible Belt stuff, and like it was all Christian crowds. We play a lot of churches and stuff, and, you know, a lot of people take my lyrics the wrong way if they're closed-minded, but it was a good tour. Like, it was definitely a different crowd, and like for the most part, we'd have kids just sitting there, just crossing their arms, not even nodding their head. It's like, all right, you're just gonna make us go harder and try to impress you somehow. But yeah, you definitely get those types of crowds everywhere. You know, not every crowd is your crowd. So you gotta just play every show like it's your last. That's what I tell everyone.
And what's one of the hardest things for you guys when you're out on the road, man? What do you miss the most about home when you guys are out?
Most of us have girlfriends. Actually, all of our girlfriends are here right now. Yeah, they drove down from Massachusetts. Yeah, mostly you know, bed, home cooked meals, girlfriend, just, you know, the simple things of life, being at home. But, you know, I wouldn't trade anything for the world, man. I love being on the road.
Very cool.
Yep.
Very cool. What do you guys got going on this summer? Do you guys got anything big coming up for the summertime?
I can't announce it yet because we're not confirmed for anything yet.
Gotcha.
But
Okay.
when it does get confirmed, you definitely hear about it.
All right, cool. Now, are you guys as a band, well, not just as a band, but as you personally, are you guys ready for the zombie apocalypse that's about to come down this year?
It's funny you ask that because I'm always like, I'm a big zombie fan. I got zombies on my arm and shit. I always said, man, it's like if zombie apocalypse happens, it happens, and it's gonna go down swinging.
Are you prepared?
I'm not prepared right now, but you know, if shit starts to go down, I got to get prepared really quick. But
Right. Okay, man. Now, all right. Again, by nature, I'm a big conspiracy type person, man. So, what do you think about a lot of these things that are going on in the world now? Like, do you think that the world is being run by a secret cabal, like Illuminati and all these type of things, man? Do you see? How do you feel about things like that? Would you ever write about something like that?
I don't really look that much into conspiracy theories that much,
Okay.
honestly. I mean, you know, it's been like shed some light on me like a couple times. Just like friends will like tell me some stuff that they learned about. It's like, oh, okay, but I never like really looked into it. But, you know, it's something that's obviously happening and people are talking about. So, you know, when I do have time, I definitely like look into stuff like that.
Right.
But I'm not like a big conspiracy guy. I know Jesse from Danza is. If you want to interview him,
Who is?
Jesse from Tony Danza. He'll
Okay.
he'll chew your ear off all day about
he's big
about conspiracy theory. But yeah.
All right. Well, what's one thing that you see right now actually two things. What's a good thing that you see about the metal scene? What's something that maybe you think needs to change in the metal scene right now?
The metal scene is getting a lot better than it was like a couple of years ago. A lot younger kids are coming out and appreciating the music. And one thing I think that we need to change is stop copying off people.
Right.
I mean, it's hard in metal. It's like, but at the same time, it's like you hear a band. It's just like I can close my eyes and I can picture that being another band. It's like that. I think that needs to stop. I mean, as far as we go, we try to, be as original as possible. Like we listen to like current music, but for the most part, we listen to like all like the classic metal stuff, like In Flames and Arch Enemy, and Metallica and Pantera and all that stuff. So we kind of keep our noses out of what's popular, kind of sort of. We just write what the music that we want to hear, and I think more bands should do that, honestly, instead of just writing crowd pleasers.
Right.
But it is tough. Music industry is a hell of a business, man.
Yeah, and that's it is, man. And that's what we were talking to with Scott about, man. I don't think a lot of people realize that it is a business. I mean, like I said, a lot of people think that once you get the deal, that everything's cool, man. You don't really have to. You can kick back. And every band that I've talked to before, whether they're a big band or an indie band, is still struggling.
Yeah.
And I think that's what a lot of people, and it's good. That's why I always ask different bands that question to get through to people. Like, hey, man, we may be on a label, you may see our video on the TV or whatever, but we're still struggling, man. And it is a struggle for you guys, right?
Music industry isn't what it used to be, man. Downloading is, I mean, we all download, I'm not going to lie, but it's definitely been very detrimental to a lot of bands. Like, a lot of bands shouldn't, they're here, but they should be here, And, it's all, as long as you just keep out there, that's what I always say. Just keep doing it, you'll get what comes to you.
Now, how do you guys prepare, or what do you do, like a ritual? But do you have any kind of like things you do to prepare before each show, like to get your mind set in that to hit the stage and just tear everything up?
When you're on tour for so long, it just kind of becomes clockwork. It's like, all right, ready to play. Switch goes on, play, fucking do the whole thing. But usually before like big shows, I'll do like a couple push-ups, drink a couple beers, just to get the blood going. But yeah, and if I'm feeling hoarse, I'll do some vocal warm-ups. But everyone else, pretty much, we all look at each other. It's like, you ready, man? You ready? It's like, yeah, I'm ready. You ready?
So yeah, that's a question I want to ask. Like, you guys, like, you're on the road for all this time, man. Does it get to the point where you're just like, crap, man? I got to do. Has it? Not that it ever would, but I mean, has it got to the point where, man, I don't know if I can take another day of this? And when it does get like that, do you have to just like kind of slap yourself in the face and say, hey, look, man, I'm doing what I love to do, man?
Definitely. That happens to all of us, especially on like a long tour. Like, when you're on the road for 2 months and it's like, fuck. it's like, come on, man. Like, we all worked so hard to be here, and it's like sometimes you just got to give yourself that wake up call. And it's like, hey, man, we're doing what we love. What else would we be doing if we were home, just working some job, hating life? So I mean, we're all young. That's why we're doing it now. Just living life, pretty much.
You guys want to make this a long-term career, man?
Yeah, we're all down to take it as far as it can go.
Very cool.
Yep.
Very cool. So you ready for the big festivals, man? That's where you want to go?
Yeah, we played New England Metal Fest yesterday, and
how'd that go?
Amazing, very amazing. That's in Massachusetts, so it was like kind of like a hometown crowd. So it was awesome. We played Jamboree in Toledo, and that was ridiculous. And we got Bamboozle coming up at the end of this month, so really stoked on that. Yeah.
All right, well, is there anything that you'd like to say to your fans or maybe the people that don't know you that you want to convey, I guess?
Sure. To our fans, keep doing what you're doing, keep coming out to shows. We'll always hang out with you guys. A lot of people get nervous. They're like, dude, I'm just a guy, man. We're here to hang out, man. You guys came out to support us, so just keep supporting us. If you don't know us, check us out. If you like it, great. Come out to a show. We'll drink a beer with you, hang out. If you don't, well, sorry.
All right, Brandon. Well, thank you, brother.
Yeah, no problem.
Have a good one. Enjoy your fine cuisine right there, man. And we will see you soon. We're out of here. Peace.
Yep.